15 Signs You're Poor. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey Aluxers, let's get this out of the way right now. This video is meant to be a wake-up call and a reality check. Do what you want with that. Just to clarify a few things before we begin, there are levels to this. We are not going to talk about the really, really poor with no access to water or food. We will look at modern civilizations and how to tell if you're actually rich even though you live in a developed country. Every time we do one of these videos, some part of the internet crawls out and gets offended. If you're one of these easily offendable folks, this is your cue to leave the video. Really, go ahead. There are tons of other videos out there that will reinforce whatever beliefs you already have that are completely politically correct. This isn't one of them. We base the entirety of this video on the blunt reality of everyday life. Our advice is for you to go through this video, take some notes, and see in which aspects of your life there's room for improvement. Take action in regards to those things and make it happen. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. With that said, here are 15 signs you're poor. Number 1. If you stopped working, you couldn't maintain your lifestyle for more than 3 months. This is probably the easiest way to find out how well you're doing, no matter how much money you're earning. For some reason, if you stopped working without altering your lifestyle, how long would you make it based on the way you have your life set up right now? 1 year? 6 months? 1 month? Less than that? Generally speaking, if you don't have enough money saved up or cash flow coming in to at least maintain your lifestyle for 3 months, you're considered poor. This reality might hit you like a brick and unveil just how fragile your economic stability is right now. Everybody needs protection against worst-case scenarios, and the fact that you don't have one leaves you vulnerable. The beauty of this 3-month check is it doesn't matter if you make $60K a year or $10 million. In time, you've acquired fixed expenses, and your lifestyle comes at a cost. The way to solve this is to actually do the math on what your average monthly expenses are and save up to 3 months ahead or create sufficient secondary streams of income that are not influenced by your ability to work or not. Examples are real estate rents, royalties for intellectual property, or being a minority owner in someone else's business. Number 2. It takes you more than 1 hour to get to work. How many times have you heard the saying, time is money? Well, it's not actually true because you could always make more money, but you can't, at least for now, buy more time. The idea that you're wasting big chunks of your life transitioning from one point to another without any productive output is mind-boggling to us. You should do whatever it takes to get yourself as close to work as possible so the downtime you would be spending going to work can be put to good use. Let's do the math. If it takes you 1 hour to get to work and another to get back, that's 2 hours per day that you spend in traffic getting angry at random people, switching between lanes without signaling. That's 10 hours per week, 520 full hours per year. If you break down that 520 into days, you'll discover there are 21 full days that you're spending in traffic every year. Let that sink in for a little bit. If you need to, go over the numbers again or do the math yourself. You'll be shocked by how much time is wasted. Imagine if you could take those days and do something productive. Well, the rich use it to get richer, while you're sitting in your car listening to the same 8 songs that get played over and over again every hour. Number 3. You have bills you struggle with or cannot afford to pay. This is another pretty straightforward way to tell you're not doing well financially and that you need to shake yourself up and get busy. If you have ever gotten the lights cut off, you don't have enough credit to make a phone call, or you simply don't have the funds to pay the bills coming your way, you've stretched yourself too thin and qualify as poor. Although it happens mostly in the cases where someone isn't earning enough money, we've seen it happen to celebrities. If you've watched our 15 Insane Things Rich People Did video, you can check it out in the top right corner. You'll know that Johnny Depp is in big financial crisis because of this. Despite earning big money, at one point he was unable to pay his $2 million a month bills, which is forcing him to liquidate some of his possessions. But let's get back to you for a second. How did you end up in this position? Don't know? Well, you probably have a poor understanding on how the world works. You work a low-paying job because you put little to no time into developing a valuable skill set, and even when you get the money you've earned, you use it to buy meaningless things. Just kick back for a second and think about how many people have an expensive phone and no credit, or how many people have an expensive car and still live with their parents. Yeah. Number 4. You shop at the dollar store, use coupons frequently, or buy things on sale just because they're on sale even though you don't need them. Okay, there's no shame in being a budget shopper, but with little money comes little quality. You get what you pay for. Things that are cheap break more easily and need to be replaced. Again, there's no shame in trying to get a discount on something that you really need. But listen to this, and please pay attention because this is really important. Nobody became a billionaire by saving money. I'm gonna say that again. Nobody became a billionaire by saving money. They all focused on constantly increasing their income and used their cash in order to make more cash. Now think about yourself. How many times have you walked into the store and bought an item that you really didn't need because it was, quote, a great deal? Yeah, buying things you don't need on sale isn't saving you money. It's giving away the little money you still have to the company that, by the way, is still making a profit even with a massive discount. Number 5. Fast food is acceptable dinner food all the time. We've talked about this before, and we always get backlash from you guys. There's nothing wrong with eating fast food once in a while, but nutrition is a very important part of your life. It's literally the fuel of the machine you call your body. Your ability to think creatively, come up with solutions, improve your reality. It all starts from your physical state. If your body's not healthy, your productivity levels drop. Your decision-making process is lagging behind, and therefore you underperform in all aspects of your life. There's more to food than fast food. Learn to cook. Cook for the people you care about instead of eating fast food by yourself. The act of eating and what you eat can tell if you're rich or poor. Number 6. You had to say no to your kid when he wanted an average price toy because you couldn't afford it. This is not about spoiling your kids. We could go on and on for ages about the impact of proper parenting. This particular point has to do with your financial situation. If you were ever in the position where you would have wanted to buy your child the toy he wants, but you simply couldn't afford it, you should realize you're doing poorly. It's not about the item, it's about the act itself. As a parent, you want your child to experience happiness, and the idea that your lack of financial resources, or sometimes lack of effort, takes away from that should be heartbreaking. Don't panic. Use that feeling as a motivator and push yourself to be better. We'll expand on this in the next one. Number 7. You are scared that your life will affect your kids' chances of success. This probably hits home with a lot of struggling parents. If you're scared that your current reality will negatively impact your child's chances of success, you're poor. Again, this could also apply to someone who earns a lot of money. Being poor doesn't always come from a lack of funds in your account. So just because you've got a big salary doesn't mean you can't be a poor person. As parents, you wish that your child will live a better life than you did growing up, and there's constant struggle in the back of your mind that you're not doing enough for him or her. You want to give your child the best shot at life. Don't spoil them, but give them the tools and the right direction to achieve both success and happiness in life. Don't let them have to struggle to overcome your reality as a part of their journey. Number 8. You don't have clean underwear and socks every day. These are essentials, and as we've mentioned before, your inability to have even the most basic things as a part of your life means you're living below the standard. It also has a lot to do with your basic hygiene, and if you've watched our video, 15 things that poor people do which the rich don't, you probably remember the impact it has on your chances of bettering yourself. You can check it out on the top right corner of our channel. You don't have to buy expensive underwear or a particular brand, but do yourself the favor and maintain a clean presence. It's one of the first things to do if you wish to escape poverty. Number 9. You have an addiction. It doesn't matter how much money you're earning if something controls you. A rich man is a free man. Although the slavery days are behind us, your life could still be controlled by chemicals or companies that work really hard to make sure you stay addicted. Things as small as smoking put you at risk health-wise, and don't even get us started on drinking or hard drugs. Life should be fun and lived beautifully. You want to live as long as possible, as healthy as you can so you can enjoy it for as long as it lasts. It's no secret that the rich live longer than the poor. In this case, you're not going to be poor financially, but you could spend 10+ years less than someone else, just because you're making dumb mistakes and you no longer have complete control over your life. Might want to think about that and the impact it has on your future. Number 10. Your house smells funny. Okay, we really didn't want to go into all of these because it's pretty obvious. Hey, if your house smells like shit all the time, you're poor. There's no way around it. Poor people live in bad neighborhoods, crime rates go up, the average potential of the area is low, because as you know, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You look at the people around you and their houses suck, so why would you bother to improve yours? That's why the poor stay poor. Number 11. Your car is 10+ years old. Simple and easy. Your car is too old, it requires constant maintenance, and it doesn't provide you with enough safety in case anything happens. A quality automobile not only expands your lifespan, but literally allows you to go further in life. This is probably one of the last things you should fix though if you come into money. Unless you're an Uber driver, your car is not an asset, it's an expense. You need to fix your mindset and your education first, and then towards the end, upgrade your car. Number 12. You expect the government to take care of you after you retire. Oh, we're gonna get so much backlash because of this. Poor people always expect others to take care of their own problems. You see it all the time on the news, where people put themselves in bad situations, then blame the government for not helping them out. If you're waiting for Donald Trump or any politician or government to make you rich, you're out of your mind. There are so many people in each country that you as an individual don't matter for the political machine, and they have no interest in you as an individual. The government deals with the masses, and although they might address a shortage of supply in a region or pass laws that help the economy in others, at the end of the day, it's your job to make the best out of the reality you have been dealt. The rules of the game might change. Politicians will come and go. Your success should not depend on them. Otherwise, you don't really deserve it. Number 13. You spend money before you get it. This alone is one of the main reasons poor people stay poor. Going into debt, having to constantly pay old debts, is keeping you from making the leap forward. We've seen so many people do this, and it's shocking that they don't even realize what they're doing. If you really want to get rich or at least improve your financial situation, you need to learn how to manage your money, how to control its impact upon your life. Money should be used for protection, to protect yours and your family's health, comfort, lifestyle, and sometimes even happiness. If you find yourself in this situation, the first thing you should do is to get rid of the debt. Then stop yourself from going into debt again. It will be so hard, but so worth it. How many times have you heard someone say, "If I could only get ahead," and then you see them spend money on useless things or use credit cards to buy a fancy new TV? The moment you use your credit card to buy something that doesn't generate a positive return, all the work you're about to do, all the time you put in, and all the hard work belongs to the company or individual you credited from. They own your time until you pay them back. Number 14. You steal Wi-Fi, electricity, cable, or use torrents for movies and music. Don't get us wrong, you need to do what you need to do to improve your knowledge, your skills, and thankfully the internet is filled with valuable information that can give you a boost towards your goals. But stealing, in any form, is something we look down upon. If you cannot afford to pay for any of those things, it's a clear sign that you're poor, and you'll need to understand that. Use the knowledge you accumulate to work hard and get yourself on the right side of the table. Number 15. You don't have a loving family. There are no greater riches than having a loving family. It doesn't matter how much money you have, if you don't get to spend time with your kids, if when you fall asleep you don't cuddle with someone you love and feel that they love you back, you're poor. If most of the things mentioned before had to do with financial resources, this one has to do with the emotional ones. Having a loving family that supports you, that believes in you, and is there for you is incredibly powerful. If you've got your parents still alive, you don't even know how rich you are. These are things that people take for granted and realize their value only after they're taken away from them. Don't be one of those people. Instead, spend time with your kids. Make sure they turn into incredible human beings. Spend time with your parents and actually listen to them. It's incredible how much value you can take away from their life experience, and never take your partner for granted. We want all the A-Luxers to live a happy and fulfilling life, so maybe give yourself a second and truly appreciate how rich you really are. What do you think we should add to this list, A-Luxers? Let us know in the comments. If you're watching this, you probably realized that today we went live with a second video called 15 Signs You're Rich. So please, after this video is done, go ahead and watch that one. Because you stuck with us to the end, here we have, as always, a bonus piece of motivation for you. No matter what your situation looks like right now, no matter what country you live in, no matter how hard your upbringing was, you still have the same 24 hours in a day like everybody else. You cannot choose your parents or where you were born, but you can choose what you leave behind. It is your duty, it is your obligation to work hard and make sure that your children get a better shot than you did. Being born poor has to do with chance. Dying poor has to do with choice. Make the right one. If you're a true A-Luxer, please write "I choose to be rich" on this video so we know who the true A-Luxers are. And please go watch our 15 Signs You're Rich video next. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.